Wasn't me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second segment of Hearthstone Meta Hype. I'm here with Ecore. My name is VengaDragon, and we're doing this on Spotify. We're doing it on Amazon Music. We're doing it on every single podcast that's out there. We're doing it on YouTube as well, and we're also on the HypeHorizen site. You can visit us at HypeHorizen.com. We'll have that on the site and check it out. There's many different ways to find us, but most of all, we want to thank everybody that's here with us. And it's an honor and privilege to do it with that guy right there. His name is Ecore. What's going on, my man? How are you?
Nothing much. I am pretty good. Like we said in the first segment, super excited for October 22nd. It's a much needed thing for Hearthstone, you know, to freshen things up a bit, because I feel like things have been a bit stale.
Yeah,
so I'm excited. I'm excited about everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't already, check out the first part, which is over on Ecore's channel. It's also on all the different podcasts that we talked about. But we're just going to go quickly into the October 22nd announcement, and just say that it really needs a freshening up for the community. I think that Hearthstone, every time you get to this point right before the new expansion, and I think they know this, they say, "Yo, listen, these guys need a little bit of an eye tuck or a tummy tuck or a little bit of adjustment on their Hearthstone game. What are we going to give them?" So Hearthstone
they definitely know that it's getting stale.
Yeah, we know too, and they know, and everybody knows. But that's just the nature of any game. It's not just Hearthstone.
Like I was going to say card games, but basically every single game I feel like actually has that feel to it.
Yeah. And one of the few games that it's really hard, like just to do a quick comparison though, the game of poker doesn't have any variations in the cards, and it has longevity based on.
When was the last poker patch update? You know, when was the last nerf? To poker.
That's why tournament poker has always been a thing over cash game poker, is because the formats can change a little bit and they can do different things and stuff. So.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of...
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, if you're a fan of poker, there's like bust-out tournaments where you knock people out, you get paid, and as opposed to just... Cash games is just a lot of people sitting around and just kind of boring. Poker in general is pretty boring to watch unless you know what's going on, and I think that just on a side thing is there is a reason why Hearthstone has been having a problem on the YouTube and on Twitch and things. It's more, and they've kind of been going towards creators rather than grandmasters. Have you noticed that in some of the things? They've been really leaning on creators more, is because
I think it's a good thing though.
I think it is too, for the development of the game and bringing in new players. But the older players are the ones that enjoy that strategy type of thing, are kind of being neglected a little bit. But you got to adapt.
Going towards the content creators just in general is good, because I feel like if you look at the two different things, like grandmasters on YouTube, the only videos that get above like 10,000 views, which is not that high, is ones with like ties or RDU in it, or like an actual finals. Whereas I think Hearthstone and Blizzard knows that the things that get the views are people with the big names in them. Yeah. So they just like doing things around them, which I have no problem with. I wish they did focus a little more on grandmasters, but
it's kind of hard though. And the thing is it's like you're like in a sense is if you're gonna if a tree falls in the woods and makes no noise, and no one's there to see it, does it really make a sound, right? If a grandmaster tournament goes off and no one's there to see, and someone wins,
there to watch it. Is it really happening?
Yeah, does it really happen? Right? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. We know it happened, but you understand the analogy. It's just like in order for it to do, you have to focus in on the people that are able to promote the game, and unfortunately, and sometimes not the best promoters are the people that are the best players. You got some great players that are even on our roster. The HypeHorizen team. They don't even stream and they don't do anything, but we have like Cool Kid. He doesn't stream much, but the guy is like a phenom player. You don't even know about him, but you'll know about it when he wins something. That's
when he wins, yeah. But if nobody's focusing on grandmasters, you'll never know them.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing is there's a lot of great players in Hearthstone that don't stream and don't entertain, and that's fine. But it doesn't make for a great thing when you're watching somebody you don't know. It doesn't. A lot of people want to watch people that they know, but unfortunately, that's the thing. So it is the focus, and that's where they're going. So moving on to the next topic, I wanted to talk to you about the soul fragments, which I love in Hearthstone. I love that addition to soul fragments because it's for our beloved class Warlock, and it has a little bit of thing.
I like Warlock.
Yeah, one of the funny things
that it hasn't really seen much play even with the new mechanic.
Yeah. One of the things that's interesting is the soul fragments they give health. And remember I said, is 30 health enough? Like I always said, do we even need more than 30 health? We obviously do, and soul fragments are a way to do that. I wonder if they'll give a buff to those, maybe buff those up, and what will be for the alternative, what other classes will be able to get something similar to the soul fragments. I do like the mechanic behind it because the interaction is like the other night, I was playing against somebody and they needed a board clear and they just didn't have the mana to drop down, the board clear because they didn't have the soul fragment. This was against a demon hunter. They didn't have any soul fragments in their deck.
The Shard Shatter Mystic.
Yep, the Shard Shatter Mystic was the card that they dropped down, and they could have, if they had that, boom, they're good, but they just didn't get that timing. So there's some creativity that can go into the soul fragments. I like how they interact with the different cards, that if you need them, then it creates this card can do damage and stuff. So it kind of makes deck building good. And so where do you think they're going to go with that? You think it's going to continue, or you think it's something that'll just be kind of a bust?
I don't think it's really going to continue that much. Maybe it'll get like one card each for each of the classes that already have it, but I don't think it's going to go into another class. Like you're saying, what class is going to get something like this? I don't think that it will. I think that soul fragments, like, in terms of like flavor, make the most sense in Warlock and Demon Hunter. So I'm pretty sure that it'll stay there. They might get each maybe one more card, or maybe one more dual class card for soul fragments might come out, like maybe one other spell. But overall, I don't really see it getting too much love in the next expansion, because it's just those kind of mechanics like bombs and Bomb Warrior. I think it had 2 expansions that had things come out with bombs, but I don't think, like, I think the 5 mana 5/5 that puts a bomb in your deck, I don't think that came out the same expansion as all the other bomb cards. So there's like one more card that came out to give that archetype a little bit more of a boost, but I don't think it's going to be any more than that.
Yeah, and they have a tendency to do that in the game as well. Like, I keep on mentioning Echo, and Echo was something that if you have an Echo card, you could play it again, and it just never seemed to work out right. It's like it didn't really expand on it. So that's kind of cool, and I think that's that they do that because they come up with new things, and that's what a lot of the solo adventures are. Like, I've noticed that they experiment with different ideas in those in deck building. Like, they kind of like, this card will do that, and they kind of test it out, and people enjoy the solo adventures. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's different mechanics there, and they kind of get ideas. So I haven't really seen anything that looks like it's going to be coming out like whatever, but Hearthstone always has that way to surprise us. Let me talk about this, man. You'll like this. Is Spellburst a bust or a burst? What do you think of Spellburst?
I think Spellburst is a cool idea. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I've messed Spellburst up where I play the spell first. Even in Legend, I'll just try to go fast and be like, oh shoot, I messed it up. But I think Spellburst is a pretty cool mechanic. I actually think that one's one that could continue on in the future, because it's like similar to Battlecry in the sense where it's a one-time activation, so it's not anything like unheard of, and it has a cool trigger, which is casting a spell. I think that they could do something like that in the future, or have a similar like flavored kind of thing, but do it for like a minion and have it be like, I don't know, like a pack mentality kind of. I don't know what the keyword would be, but like if you play another minion, it'll get an ability or something like that. So if they don't go with Spellburst in the future, I'd like to see something similar to Spellburst, because I do like the mechanic a lot, actually. I think it's a pretty cool and well-designed mechanic that's not busted, has some cool combos, and is pretty much anything you'd want from a mechanic in the first place. So I think it's a burst, not a bust.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I think it's good. I think what you came up with is a good point, especially the thing about like combine. Well, let's call it the combine mechanic. With instead of spell burst, it's combine, and it's or minion burst or something where you play two minions and they kind of combine strength. They sort of did that with magnetic. It was like it was a similar thing in
but
magnetic.
like they wouldn't combine, is what I'm saying. Like you'd play another minion. Yeah, and the spell burst would be like if you played a minion, get +1/+1 or something small like that.
Yeah, it's like kind of like what happens when you play the Murloc War Leader and the other ones get a buff on their attack.
No, it would be kind of like a Murloc synergy.
Yeah,
but for every card, not just specifically Murloc.
Yeah, so it could add that title on there. It would be pretty good. That's a good idea, man. So. All right, so the jury's out, man. And what do you guys think? Is Spellburst a bust or a burst? I think it's a burst, and I think Ecore does too. All right,
I really like it.
So your dream,
especially the 1/2. It's used in like every single aggro deck, because most aggro decks have like at least 1 or 2 cheap spells. You play it on turn 1. Spellburst, make it a 3/2 that next turn, especially with the coin, get a ton of tempo. But then it could also be used in like some control decks like Keldazad, where you kill a minion and you get that minion.
Yeah.
If you killed it.
Yeah, that's pretty really cool. So it seems like it's something that they will expand on a little more, because it does have some good interactions and things. So we're gonna move on.
No more Penflingers. Penflinger was a mistake. Oh my gosh, his voice is so annoying.
Well, I mean, I don't even want to go
loser.
there. Nah, that's to be honest with you, I know that this is stupid. People are gonna. All right, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, or hit the thumbs down button twice right now. Ready? Penflinger, I know this is goofy, but to keep on hearing "Hey loser" over and over and over like that, the way it is,
it's the worst.
But I think it's honestly bad though, because it's not something that people in this, where you're trapped in your house. I know this is getting heavy, man, but it's a very, very bad battle cry. It's very negative. It's just, I know that it's like goofy and it's a joke, but on a serious level, it's really bad. It's just bad. You keep on hearing the word loser. I don't like it. And because one of the things that I enjoy so much about Hearthstone is the battle cries and the audio, and the game is so pretty and it sounds so good, and there's some really cool battle cries, and there's really some very like for example the draconic lackey, he says call the dragons. Like I just love that. Like, and to hear that over like that to
I
me
think Hearthstone does very well on that.
It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old to me. I love that. I just love the way he sounds. He's like kind of raspy and everything. But the "Hey loser" thing, I think is bad. I think it's like a bullying type thing. I know that I'm getting like heavy, but I think it's just bad, and I think it should be removed because it just sends a very poor message. I just don't like it.
Or at least not make us hear it every single time he's played.
Yeah.
Like you can hear "Hey loser" like 10 times in one turn if they have enough Librams. Of wisdom. Like it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe just like after 2 casts, it's like just a quick little animation sound of the little pen hitting your thing. You still have that animation and that sound, but you don't have to hear "Hey loser" over and over and over and over and over again.
And whatever. And by the time I've heard "Hey loser," I'm not even remembering what he says when he goes off the table. So I just like, because I just
what does he say when he leaves? I don't even know.
I zone out once I start hearing "Hey loser." I've just tuned out. I've trained myself to tune out. It's something I can't even remember. Maybe I'll find it and I'll put it in here for us. But we'll figure it out. And if the audience wants to, just let us know in the comments or whatever. So it's definitely "Hey loser," and whatever happens after "Hey," I don't remember because I just don't want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now. I'm looking up a video.
Yeah,
because I don't.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
So next topic is the nurse. You got your dream. The dream came true.
No, yeah.
Ecore's dream, which was to evocation to 2 mana. Is that correct? Evocation?
No, yeah. Basically just nerf it to the point where you can't randomly generate it.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again from things like Wand Maker and the Kobold Spellkin. That was super annoying.
Yeah. I mean, because the crazy thing is I got evocation somehow. I was playing Hunter and I got evocation the other day, and I'm like, how did I get evocation in Hunter? I'm like, no way, Hunter and evocation. This is just
was this in standard?
Yes. Yeah, I believe I did. I believe I was playing Hunter. I was playing
What?
Yeah, I was playing. What was
What?
I was playing Highlander Hunter, and I believe I'm like a Hunter with evocation. I had I don't remember if I might be lying actually, but somehow I managed to get a evocation. I think I played Wand Maker, and it gave me evocation. Something.
No, because it has to give it to you from your class.
I might have just went nuts there, but maybe it was a dream. Maybe it was a nightmare. maybe it was.
You play Hearthstone so much it's in your dreams.
Yeah, of course. I do.
Boy.
I do dream about the game. That's the problem.
Oh no!
I hear "Hey loser" over and over and over in my.
I just looked it up. I watched an animation. He says, "Wasn't me."
Yeah, that's it.
Wasn't me.
Yes, that's not so bad. But
no, yeah, I don't mind that one. It's just the "Hey loser" that gets so annoying.
Yeah, it's like, again, we're back to the "Hey loser" thing, but it's really just, it's negative. And I think I know that I can't believe I'm saying this, but there's so many people that are suffering from like it right now, mental health and like, depression and things and to hear "Hey loser" over and over and over, I think it's just a complete fail on Hearthstone's end. So I don't want to talk about that too much.
It's
a bit over the top what I'm saying, but that's the way I feel. You always hear it first here on the Hearthstone Meta Hype. That's the way it rocks. Always something here first. So having said that, I want you guys to hit that subscribe. You know how to do it. Hit that subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that Amazon like or whatever it is. Hit that Pandora box, thumbs up. I don't even know how to do it on Apple where we are as well too. I have no idea how they do it on Spotify, but all I know is that we're on every single platform. You can hear Ecore and I talk about Hearthstone every single Wednesday. We've been doing this a couple of weeks now. We love this show. It's a labor of love. It's the thing that we do. I just want to give a big shout out to the legend right there. That's my man, Ecore. He's just chilling. He was excited to do the show. He wanted to do it early tonight, but I made him wait.
It's true. I was excited to talk about what's happening October 22nd.
He was like installing Windows, and that's what he did. So if you haven't already, go over there and check out Ecore's portion. If you're listening on the audio, you know what to do. We'll see you next week. And don't forget one thing, and most important, stay hyped.